Hi guys, it's me. I'm so sorry that I haven't posted a video in like forever, but I've been quite busy and I had a video that I was going to post, but it turns out my camera died, so I couldn't. Yeah, it was like half a video, so it felt wrong. You'll get that video soon. It was the Harry Potter spell tag. So today I'm going to do a book review on The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, and I read this book like a week and a half ago, so it's not fresh in my mind, so this would not be like a hyper review. And right now I'm in my boyfriend's parents' house and I'm watching their dog while they're away this weekend, and I'm all alone. So that's why I have a different background and stuff like that. And if a cute little dog comes running here and barking at me, then you know why. So yes, I have written some key points in my phone about this book, and first thing I've got to say about this is it's a very good fantasy book. It's about a boy named Quote. I read somewhere that it was pronounced like Quote, so I will pronounce his name like that. So Quote is a genius boy, and in the beginning of this story we find him as a grown man in an inn called the Waystone Inn, and this writer guy, the chronicler, find him, and he wants him to tell his story, and he is kind of a legend in this world, and chronicler wants the real story. And then Quote begins to tell his story, and it's a very good story. It's very realistic. It's not like it's not about an epic quest, this book. That's why I think it's different from a lot of fantasy writers and fantasy books, because it focuses on like this boy who pretty much is a street boy. You know, he lives on the street and he's poor for a long time of his life in this book, and that is a very new thing to do, I think, because I have not read any book that focuses on one person who is like a homeless person in a fantasy world. It's always the big brave warrior or the wizard or something like that. And this book is massive, so it took me quite a while to finish it. It took me 2 weeks, I know, but it has really small letters, so that's my excuse. And this book it's so good. I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads, but it was not like I wasn't hooked, you know, like when you read certain YA books,
Clockwork Princess,
that you know you had to read and you were like stuck in the book like this. It wasn't like that, but it was a pleasant read, and the story was epic, and the characters were amazing. I love Quote. He's a genius. He learns everything very fast, and he's super smart, and he can play the lute very, very well. And I was rooting for him the whole time, and I didn't get annoyed by his decisions or anything, and that is very, you know, that's not common, because I usually get annoying by a few things in a character, but I can see past them. But I absolutely loved Quote. And this is apparently a trilogy. I did not know this. I thought it was a duology, but I'm happy. So I have the second book, but I'm not gonna read it now because I'm leaving for Thailand in 2 weeks, so I don't have time to read this book. Currently I'm reading Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and I think I will do a review on that before I go, because I will finish it. It's a very good book. I'm on like page 50 right now, but yeah, I was quite busy with school, so I hadn't had time to read so much, but now I have time, so I will read it. And what I love about this book is it's very fast paced in the chapters, because it has a very short chapters, like through 2, 3, 4 pages, and that really makes you want to read like, oh, I can read 1 chapter tonight or 3 chapters, because it doesn't feel like, oh, a chapter beginning, can I really get into this chapter, you know, kind of like that. So that makes this book very easy to read, despite the fact that it's a long, heavy, very small letter book. Yeah, the fantasy aspect in this world is great. It's like magic is something you can learn, like you can learn math and you can learn languages, you can learn magic as well. And that is very cool, because in other fantasy worlds it's like, yeah, you have to be a wizard already and then you can, you know, learn stuff. But here you can actually learn to use magic, and I thought that was amazing. And I really like the university that exists in this world. It's like a big thing. It's one university in all of the world, and it's a pretty epic university. But this book focuses a lot on money, and it shows like you can't do anything without money, because Code, who's like a poor boy, not like, oh, you poor boy, but he's like, he has no money. So money is always a problem for him. It makes you really care about, you know, it makes you really frustrated when he, you know, have to pay for stuff, or, you know, yeah, it's hard to explain, but it was a very good book. I kind of described it here in my notes. I've written, love the Oliver Twist fantasy aspect thingy thing. Yeah, so that is the actual note. But yeah, it's like, yeah, Oliver Twist, just because the poor boy, you know, I haven't actually read Oliver Twist, so I can't say, but I know what it's about, you know, I know who Oliver Twist is. Yeah, I highly recommend this book if you have not read this book yet. I do understand if you haven't, because it's a big book, but trust me when I say you will not regret it. Yeah, only read this if you love fantasy, because well, no, actually, because this is a very realistic fantasy book. It's like, they have an explanation for anything. It's not just like, oh yeah, that's happening just because. So it's like you can learn magic. It's really good. I give credit to Patrick Rothfuss for creating such an amazing world. So credits to you, man. You deserve it. Yeah. So if you have read this book, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of it? I personally, as I said, I think it's great. 5 out of 5 stars. That was my book review. I'm sorry if it was short or something, because it usually gets kind of shortened out when I'm not rambling about, you know, like that. So this was more, you know. Anywho, yeah, like this video if you liked it, and I'll see you next time. I want to thank you for watching. Bye!